If a Section 8 eviction notice has just landed at your door, stop. Do not start packing. Do not hand in your notice on your next property. And do not assume you're being evicted. Because a Section 8 notice is not an eviction. It's a request. And under the new 2026 rules, a surprising number of landlords are getting them wrong. Today, I'm going to show you the 3 biggest mistakes tenants make when they receive a Section 8 notice, what landlords actually have to prove, and why many notices never make it all the way to possession. Let's start with the biggest misunderstanding first. Many tenants believe that once a Section 8 notice arrives, they legally have to leave when the notice expires. That is not true. A Section 8 notice does not give the landlord the legal power to remove you from the property. When the notice period expires, the landlord still has to apply to court. Then they have to convince a judge. Then they have to obtain a possession order. And if you still do not leave, they may need enforcement action afterwards. The entire process takes time. The notice itself is not the eviction. It's the start of the legal process. That distinction matters because thousands of tenants effectively evict themselves every year by leaving before the landlord has even proven their case. The second thing you need to understand is that not all Section 8 grounds are equal. Many tenants hear the word Section 8 and assume the landlord automatically wins. Again, that is not true. Some grounds require the landlord to prove specific facts. For example, if they claim they genuinely intend to sell the property, they may need evidence supporting that intention. If they claim a family member needs to move in, they may need evidence showing that family member genuinely intends to occupy the property as their main home. If they claim rent arrears, they need to prove that arrears existed at the correct threshold. And here is something most tenants never check. From the 1st of May 2026, landlords must use the new Form 3A to serve a Section 8 notice. The old Form 3 is no longer valid. If your landlord served notice on the wrong form, the notice itself may be invalid. If your paperwork is wrong, dates are wrong, notices are defective, or evidence is weak, the landlord may run into serious problems when the case reaches court. Judges do not simply rubber stamp possession claims. The landlord has to prove the legal ground they are relying on. There is one more thing worth knowing about your deposit. The court cannot make a possession order if your landlord has not properly protected your deposit in a government-approved scheme. So if you have any doubt about whether your deposit was properly protected, check it, because it could be another reason a possession claim fails. Now let's talk about the mistake that destroys a lot of tenants' cases. Panic. The notice arrives. The tenant gets scared. They stop opening letters. They ignore court paperwork. They stop responding. Or worse, they stop paying rent because they're angry. That is exactly the wrong move. If you receive a Section 8 notice, stay calm. Keep paying your rent. Keep copies of every letter. Keep screenshots of every message. Keep records of every repair request, because evidence matters. And once a case reaches court, documentation often decides the outcome. There is another important point that many renters do not know. Landlords make mistakes. Sometimes notices contain the wrong dates. Sometimes the wrong grounds are used. Sometimes required documents are missing. Sometimes the evidence simply isn't strong enough. And some landlords are relying on tenants not knowing any of that. They expect the notice alone to scare you into leaving. The moment a tenant understands a legal process, that strategy becomes much less effective. Knowing your rights doesn't mean refusing to cooperate. It means understanding that a notice is not the same thing as a court order. And finally, let's deal with one of the biggest myths in the private rented sector. People often say the landlord owns the property so they can do whatever they want. That isn't how tenancy law works. Once a tenancy exists, there is a legal process. There are legal grounds. There are legal notices. And ultimately, there is a judge. The landlord does not get to skip those steps simply because they own the property. If you received a Section 8 notice, the most important things you can do are stay calm, keep paying your rent, keep everything in writing, check the form is correct. It must be Form 3A from May 2026 onwards, and understand exactly what ground the landlord is relying on. Because the strongest position you can be in is not being the loudest person in the room. It's being the person who actually knows the rules. If this was useful, subscribe. We're covering landlords, employers, bailiffs, debt collectors, consumer rights, and all the situations where knowing your rights changes the outcome. This is general information, not legal advice, but it's accurate and it's yours to use.